Welcome back to the one spot where we decode the charts, the coins, and the beautiful chaos of the crypto world, with a pinch of humor to keep things from getting too serious. Today, we're unpacking a story that's been rattling exchanges and catching analysts off guard: Kaspa. This proof-of-work beast has been making some incredible moves lately, and what's happening behind the scenes might just explain why a massive 43 million Kas has been withdrawn from centralized exchanges in just a single day. We'll break down what that means for price action, what the whales are doing right now, why Kaspa's decentralization could already be stronger than Bitcoin's, and whether this underdog has a realistic path toward joining the top 5 cryptocurrencies in the world. So grab your coffee, keep your portfolio open, and let's roll right into it. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing in crypto. According to data shared by Kaspa Daily, over 43 million Kas was recently pulled off centralized exchanges within just 24 hours. That's not your everyday retail move. That's conviction. And if you've been around crypto for more than a minute, you know what this usually signals. When investors start removing coins from exchanges, it's rarely out of fear. It's out of confidence. It's the kind of move you see when people are gearing up for something big. They're not planning to dump. They're preparing to hold or accumulate. In other words, the market isn't panicking, it's positioning. And when the whales start getting involved, that's when things start to get really interesting. That same report pointed out that Kaspa's 8th largest whale wallet just boosted its holdings by another 5.3 million Kas in the past day alone, bringing the total stash to around 246 million Kas. Now, that's not someone testing the waters. That's someone swimming deep in conviction territory. Imagine being so bullish that while most of the market is obsessing over Bitcoin dominance or waiting for alt season, you're just quietly stacking millions more tokens. So here's the big question. Are these whales reckless, or are they seeing something that the average investor is overlooking? Because when large wallets start to move like this, it's almost always in anticipation of a macro shift. These aren't people reacting to short-term volatility, they're betting on long-term structural growth. Now this next part is where Kaspa starts to truly stand out from the rest of the proof-of-work crowd. According to Elperor, the network's decentralization metrics are actually surpassing Bitcoin's, and that's not a small statement. For context, Bitcoin's top 4 mining pools currently control around 81.8% of its total hash rate. Kaspa's top 4, only about 67%. That means power is more evenly distributed among miners, making the network harder to manipulate, more secure, and far more aligned with the original decentralized spirit of crypto. Even more fascinating, Kaspa's architecture allows for 10 blocks per second, which makes solo mining viable again. Think about that for a second. In a world dominated by massive mining pools and industrial-scale setups, Kaspa is making it possible for smaller miners to meaningfully participate again. It's like rewinding time to the early days of Bitcoin, when mining wasn't just for corporations, but for anyone with the right gear and the right timing. That alone is a big win for decentralization and fairness in the ecosystem. Technical analysts like Yash Crypto have also been watching Kaspa's chart closely. Right now, Kas has broken down from a symmetrical triangle pattern that's been forming for quite some time. It's now consolidating right at a key horizontal support level, which is one of the strongest types of technical supports out there. According to Yash, as long as Kaspa can maintain this support zone, bulls are still in control. But if that support cracks, we might see a bit of choppy movement or sideways trading before the next leg up. For smart money, though, this is prime accumulate the dip territory. The more patient investors are likely waiting quietly, preparing to add at lower levels. So if you're watching Kas right now, what's your play? Are you stacking more at this level, or are you waiting for that next confirmation bounce? Beyond the charts, there's also a growing wave of momentum on the exchange front. Kaspa Daily recently confirmed that the KS-USD pair has officially gone live on Bybit EU, opening the doors for a much larger group of European traders to get involved. And let's not underestimate how huge that is. Stablecoin and fiat pairs are gateways for institutional capital and serious investors. With more access comes more liquidity, and with more liquidity comes price discovery, the kind that can move markets. Kaspa is not just gaining listings, it's also improving its core fundamentals at a breakneck pace. Let's talk fundamentals. The recent Crescendo upgrade, also referred to as Chip 14, has completely redefined Kaspa's technical capabilities. It increased throughput from just 1 block per second to 10 blocks per second. That's not a routine improvement, that's a quantum leap. In terms of performance, that's like going from a bicycle to a rocket ship, a tenfold jump that fundamentally changes how scalable and efficient the network can be. On top of that, Band Protocol has integrated with Kasplex, Kaspa's Layer 2 infrastructure. This means Kaspa can now access oracles and real-world data, unlocking use cases like DeFi, smart contracts, and decentralized applications. These aren't theoretical anymore. They're actually being implemented. Kaspa isn't just catching up to other blockchains. It's starting to build an entirely new ecosystem of its own. As of now, Kas is testing an important support area around 5.13 cents after previously peaking near 5.59 cents. If buyers can hold the line here, analysts are eyeing potential short-term rebounds toward 5.35 cents and even 5.55 cents. Traders are keeping a close eye on these zones, and many are choosing to wait for confirmation signals before re-entering. With zero-fee trading offers on platforms like MEXC, even small price movements can become profitable. Timing in crypto is everything. And right now, timing and conviction seem to be aligning in Kaspa's favor. Now here's the $1 million, or maybe the $1 billion question. Can Kaspa realistically make it into the top 5 cryptocurrencies? According to analysis by YStanT, Kaspa's edge lies in its block DAG architecture, a system that allows multiple blocks to be created and confirmed simultaneously. To visualize that, imagine traditional blockchains as single-lane highways where every transaction waits in line. Kaspa, on the other hand, is a multi-lane expressway, faster, smoother, and far less congested. Currently, Kaspa sits around rank 57 on CoinMarketCap, with a market capitalization of roughly $1.38 billion. To crack the top 5, it would need to climb about 70x to reach around $100 billion. Sounds extreme, until you consider the next bull market projections. If the total crypto market cap pushes toward $10 trillion, which many analysts think is possible, Kaspa only needs to capture 1% of that market to reach those levels. And when meme coins with no actual use cases can soar into multi-billion-dollar valuations, a project that's delivering real innovation doesn't seem too far behind. Kaspa's secret weapon isn't hype, it's development speed. The Crescendo upgrade was a huge milestone, but the progress didn't stop there. Kaspa's Kasplex Layer 2 now supports ZK EVM compatibility, bringing smart contracts, DeFi platforms, NFT support, and gaming to its network. These features are no longer just theoretical. Developers are already launching dApps within the Kaspa ecosystem. That means the Kas token is evolving from being just a digital asset into something with tangible, on-chain utility. Looking forward, Kaspa's roadmap includes 2 monumental upgrades: DagKnight, which enhances consensus and network security, and a ZK Bridge that will connect its Layer 1 and Layer 2 systems seamlessly. Add to that MEV protection, full EVM compatibility, and expanded Oracle integration, and you've got one of the most technically advanced proof-of-work blockchains on the planet. If Kaspa executes this roadmap effectively through 2025 and 2026, it might just earn a seat next to the giants of crypto. Analyst Ivan Ivanov recently pointed out something intriguing. Among Kaspa's top 10 wallets, only 3 belong to known exchanges. The rest are unlabeled, which strongly suggests private or institutional accumulation. Quiet whales building massive positions usually means confidence in the long-term thesis. And get this, 6 of the world's biggest exchanges, including Binance, Coinbase, OKX, Crypto.com, Gemini, and Grayscale, have yet to list Kas. Imagine what happens when even one of them finally pulls the trigger. Historically, major listings act as catalysts, drawing liquidity, media attention, and a flood of retail participation. A Binance listing alone can transform a mid-cap project into a household name overnight. What makes Kaspa so refreshing is its focus on real utility instead of hype. While many blockchains chase trends or rely on influencer-driven marketing, Kaspa's team has stayed consistent, delivering measurable technical progress without the noise. This is why its long-term outlook looks so solid. Kaspa blends Bitcoin-level security with next-generation scalability, a combination that's incredibly rare. It's fast, secure, decentralized, and actively evolving. If adoption through Kasplex's DeFi and gaming sectors continues to expand, and if liquidity increases through new exchange listings, Kaspa's rise toward the top tier could shift from dream to inevitability. So let's tie it all together. Kaspa's fundamentals are firing on all cylinders. Network decentralization stronger than Bitcoin's, major whale accumulation signaling long-term confidence, exchange listings expanding access and liquidity, and roadmap upgrades like DagKnight, ZK Bridge, and Layer 2 integration all on the horizon. Add in the potential for Binance or Coinbase listings, and the math starts to look surprisingly bullish. If the next bull cycle pushes the global crypto market toward that $10 trillion milestone, Kaspa only needs to capture a single % of that pie to join the top 5. In a world of flashy narratives, Kaspa is quietly building a foundation of real, lasting technology. And in crypto, that's what stands the test of time. So what do you think? Are the whales early, or is Kaspa still the market's best-kept secret? Drop your thoughts below, and let's see who's reading between the blocks. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, in crypto, conviction beats confusion every single time. Thanks for watching. Like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and hit subscribe if you want more real-time updates, moves, market trends, and hidden gems.